Hi, welcome. The intention of this video is to teach you about the knowledge that is secretly being kept from you and to give you an in-depth fascia release tutorial and some fascia release education. So stick around because I'm going to teach you dynamic fascia release and oil blading, and I'm going to give you the exact muscles and fascia lines so you can start using it now, and that way I can help you start treating yourself to help your body embark on a transformative journey, reconfiguring itself to harmonize with the natural tissue pattern, allowing us to look, feel, move our best, and operate at our highest energy. The reason I say that this knowledge is being kept from you is because it's not taught in traditional medical systems, probably because if your body's operating at a high level in a healthy tissue pattern, you're no longer a sick paying customer for life. And I want to warn you, at the end of this tutorial, I am going to offer you a 7-day free trial to my various guided fascia release protocol transformations, and I'm going to show you exactly how they work. But I want to be clear, the main intention of this video is to teach you about fascia release and how to use it. That way I can give you something and you can start using it right now and experience the benefits of fascia release ASAP. I'm so grateful that you're here. There's a big problem in our world that 99% of people aren't addressing, and when it goes left alone, this problem can cause a narrow, unattractive airway, fatigue, stress, restricted lungs, restricted fluid exchange system trapping toxins, restricted blood flow, restricted strength and flexibility, joint pain, fatigue, and it's sad because I could literally go on and on. I know that that's a lot of negatives, and what's crazy is that this list could actually just go on forever and ever, but overall it just steals our body's natural ability to function at a high level, and in my experience, no diet, supplement, or stretch can solve this issue. And that's because it's a trapped tissue pattern, not some sort of nutrient deficiency. This trapped tissue pattern holds our bodies back from exchanging fluid at an optimal rate. And the trapped tissue pattern that I'm referring to is the negative fascial tissue pattern that we accumulate after being forced to sit for the first 18 years of our life, plus some modern habits and technology. But what's amazing is that this negative tissue pattern can be reversed with the guided fascia release techniques in pain relief school. Fascia release was the missing piece for me, helping my body transform on the inside and the outside, and I never really realized how trapped my tissue was. The first fascia release technique that I'm going to teach you is dynamic fascia release, which refers to applying pressure to a fascial adhesion and then getting that muscle in a shortened state and moving that muscle through a full range of motion 7 to 20 times. So for the purpose of this video, I'll be using my SCMs, and to find fascial adhesions, we want to rub all the way up and down the entire muscle line and find any place that feels tight or hurts. Once we find a place that feels tight or hurts, that is a fascial adhesion. Once we find that fascial adhesion, apply pressure to that muscle while it is in a shortened state, and then move that muscle through 7 to 20 full ranges of motion movement. And I like to do this and apply pressure to each and every spot along the muscle line that is experiencing tightness or pain, and repeat the process for every single muscle that I've listed for you. The second fascia release technique that you can take away is oil blading, which is using a gua sha blade. I like to use the rounded edge and apply castor oil to the entire muscle line. I'll also be using the SCMs for this example. And then I like to scrape in increments of 4 to 6 inches. So I do about the bottom half of the SCM and then the top half of the SCM. And then whenever I find a place on the muscle line that's tight or hurts, I will do 20 mini scrapes right on that spot. And usually I go for about 20 to 50 passes, 4 inches here, 4 inches here. So I do 20 here and then 20 to 50 here. Warning, if your tissue is unhealthy, you will most likely bruise, and only unhealthy tissue will bruise. If the tissue is healthy, it will not bruise. And in my experience, healthy tissue, you can treat it for 20 minutes really hard and experience no bruising. However, whenever the tissue is unhealthy and needs to be broken up with oil blading, it will bruise, and sometimes it can even bruise within the first 10 scrapes. To know that with every treatment, as the tissue becomes healthier and healthier, you will experience less and less bruising, and usually within 3 to 7 treatments, there will be no more bruising. And I want you to know that you are more than capable of releasing your own fascia. You don't need a degree or certain certificate or any special training. Your fascia does not care what kind of letters are behind your name when you touch it. It only responds to the correct inputs. Now, I've been studying fascia since the 8th grade, and I started bodywork and have been immersed in this world since I got my Thai massage therapist license as a high schooler. Since then, I've gotten a degree in multiple other fascia release certifications. Now, before I tell you what's in these modules, I want you to know that you get a guaranteed refund. If you aren't happy with your results from fascia release, it doesn't matter what your reason is for the refund. I only want people who are happy with what I've created for them. So right now, there's 3 well-being modules that have full schedules set up for you to follow day by day based on different goals. Fascia release to open your airway and get a sharper jawline. Fascia release to achieve the middle splits in 90 days. 90-day total body reset, which is completely reversing the negative tissue pattern accumulated from sitting, helping you reclaim your body's highest energy. Then there's 4 fascia release models specifically for pain relief. 30-day low back pain and hip pain relief. 30-day knee pain relief. 30-day shoulder pain relief. And 30-day TMJ, jaw pain, neck pain, headache, migraine relief. And I want to be clear, if you don't get the results you want from these fascia release protocols, or you're not happy with your results after these programs, just ask for a refund and I will give it to you. These programs were built because they help people a lot, and I don't want to take money from anyone who doesn't want to give it to me. And these programs are saving people lots of money by keeping them from going and getting stuck in the endless cycle of prescriptions that end up causing endless side effects after seeing standard practitioners to try and alleviate pain or just feel better, feel healthier. Chances are fascia release is an answer to helping you feel better than you've ever felt before in your own body. And for me, it really was the missing piece that completely changed the way I look, the way I feel, the way I move. And I am eternally grateful for the life path I've been placed on, meticulously guiding me through all the intricate studies of developing an understanding of the human body and how powerful fascia release is. So there's a free trial waiting for you, but if you actually decide to take it, please hold yourself accountable and actually try to start one of these ASAP. And have a wonderful day, my friend.